Hello and welcome to the latest Eccentric Earth Minisode. This week we're going to be talking about John Barnes.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
I have a dream. One day, this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal.
The world will little note nor long remember what we say, but it can never forget what they did.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
John Andrew Barnes III was born in Boston, Massachusetts on April 16, 1945, and was soon given up for adoption. When he was 2, he was adopted by Mr. and Mrs. John Barnes Jr. and was given the name John Barnes III. John expressed an interest in the army from a very young age and even said that he wanted to be a soldier when he grew up. Moving to Dedham, Massachusetts during his sophomore year of high school, he graduated from Dedham High in 1964. He was described as an average student who was quiet and shy, as well as being very dedicated and very patriotic. Whilst in high school, he served with the Civil Air Patrol and drilled at the South Wyoming Naval Air Station. Shortly after graduating from Dedham High School, he enlisted in the Army and went through basic training at Fort Pickett in Virginia. His adoptive sister, Carson, was surprised he enlisted so soon after graduation, but said he felt determined that it was the right thing to do. John also trained at the engineering school at Fort Benning on the Alabama-Georgia border. He went on to serve for a year in Santo Domingo during the Dominican Civil War. He was later dispatched to Vietnam as part of the 173rd Airborne Brigade on the 31st of May, 1966. Serving in Company C of the 1st Battalion of the 503rd Infantry, John was assigned as a grenadier. After serving a single tour, he was sent home but volunteered to return to Vietnam and was sent back in the fall of 1967. His mother was reportedly very upset that he had volunteered to return to combat. On November 12, 1967, whilst patrolling the Con Tum province, John's unit was attacked by a North Vietnamese battalion. During the battle, John manned a machine gun that had lost its crew due to enemy fire and was credited with 9 enemy kills. Whilst he was retrieving more ammunition for the machine gun, he dived on top of a grenade that had landed among American wounded. The grenade exploded, killing him instantly. 2 years after his death, John was posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor for his actions in Con Tum. His parents accepted the award on his behalf from Vice President Spiro Agnew in his executive office. John's sister Carson and her husband James Fleming, as well as their 4 oldest children, also attended the ceremony. John was also awarded the Purple Heart, Bronze Star, and several other medals for valor. His Medal of Honor citation reads as, "For conspicuous gallantry in action at the risk of his own life above and beyond the call of duty, Private First Class Barnes distinguished himself by exceptional heroism while engaged in combat against hostile forces." Private First Class Barnes was serving as a grenadier when his unit was attacked by a North Vietnamese force, estimated to be a battalion. Upon seeing the crew of a machine gun team killed, Private First Class Barnes, without hesitation, dashed through the bullet-swept area, manning the machine gun, and killed 9 enemy soldiers as they assaulted his position. While pausing just long enough to retrieve more ammunition, Private First Class Barnes observed an enemy grenade thrown into the midst of some severely wounded personnel close to his position. Realizing that the grenade could further injure or kill the majority of the wounded personnel, he sacrificed his life by throwing himself directly onto the hand grenade as it exploded. Through his indomitable courage, complete disregard for his own safety, and profound concern for his fellow soldiers, he averted a probable loss of life and injury to the wounded members of his unit. Private First Class Barnes' extraordinary heroism at the cost of his own life above and beyond the call of duty are in the highest traditions of military service and reflect the great credit upon himself, his unit, and the U.S. Army. John was buried in Brookdale Cemetery in Dedham, Massachusetts. His name was inscribed on panel 29E, row 084 of the Vietnam War Memorial. Carson believed that her father died of a broken heart 4 years after his son did, and that then her mother of the same cause 4 years after that. Within hours of learning that John was to be awarded the Medal of Honor, a Blue Ribbon Commission was established by the town of Dedham to make plans for a John A. Barnes Memorial Day. On April 19, 1970, the town of Dedham rededicated Memorial Field as John A. Barnes III Memorial Park. At the ceremony, dignitaries, VFW members from dozens of towns, and local marching bands proceeded to the intersection of East Street and Eastern Avenue, where a marble monument was unveiled in his honour.
This podcast is part of BritPod Scene, an independent network of uniquely British podcasts that's always growing. Check out BritPodScene.com or BritPodScene on Twitter to find out more.
Thank you for taking the time to join us for this minisode. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find us on social media. We have a Twitter, which is @eccentric_earth. Our Facebook is www.facebook.com/eccentricearth, and we have Instagram @eccentric_earth. If you want to write in with any suggestions for future episodes or to contact us for any reason, our email address is eccentricearth@outlook.com. You can find the show on all major podcast providers and on YouTube, so please make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss an episode. And if you enjoy it, please leave us a review. We're also now part of the BritPod Scene Network, which has dozens of amazing British podcasts to listen to, so go and check them out to discover some great new shows. Once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.